are your goals and vision for the future of Four Dogs Farm Rescue?
That's a loaded question because everything revolves around funding. My vision is to not be in such a panic all the time so that we can gain the funds that we need to do what we need to do on a daily basis so that the dogs are ready for adoption, to build up a foster base here. We do our own transports. We know we're set up, multiple different situations, but being able to provide for the dogs without the panic of like, oh my God, I got to raise X amount of, the food is always pretty much the same. The flea and tick treatment is pretty much the same. So we know what we need every month. But one day being able to have the support where we don't have to be in a panic every single month. And unfortunately, that's how it is. I take a small goal.
It's always the cart before the horse, right? You know where you want to go. It's how do you get there and be able to do that. And that's especially with a lot of the local nonprofits that we work with is that, right? A lot of the larger 4, 5 suck up all the money when you guys are doing the real challenging work on the ground level. And
a lot of rescues like to say, well, all the money goes to the dogs. Well, very often, a lot of the money that gets brought in doesn't go directly to the dog. The dogs have to have a roof over their head and that sort of a thing. But the money should go to the organizations where it actually more of the money reaches the dogs. So often people like us, I used to run 450 dogs at any given time. Now I'm down to about 122. And that's challenging. And 400, when things were great, 450 dogs was nothing for me. Nothing. It was a well-oiled machine. Bam, 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 bam. Everybody was doing what they were supposed to be doing. Everybody was enjoying what they were doing because it's a success and they felt good about it. I saw how things were changing and money wasn't coming in. So I have to say no, probably 30 to 40 times a day for people reaching out to me to take a dog. And that's heartbreaking.
It is. And that's what we hope to be able to do, right? Is to shine a light and grow your audience and how people can get involved and to help and for people to understand.
Reaching more people, reaching a larger audience has to be our hope will be the key to success, because we do have some really great followers and people who have been supporting us. A handful of people can't support 120 something dogs with what we need, with just having almost $9,000 every 3 months with a flea and tick treatment. That's everything. It's just not possible.
Donor fatigue. They can only donate so much, right? There's only so much they can do.
Look what's going on in the world right now. Terrible things. Look what's going on in our country. There's so many different places for people to send their money to. And so they're like, oh, well, I'm sending it for Four Dogs Farm Rescue, but look at this horrible storms. People have lost their homes. They've got no water. They don't have this. I want to give my money there this month. And of course, you fully understand why. But next month, there's going to be another disaster. And there's going to be another war. And people are going to go, okay, well, I only have so much money, so it's going to go there. And so that's why we need a larger audience and one that continues to build.
Mm-hmm. Corporate sponsorships.
Oh my God, you know how hard that is? We have tried so hard to get corporate sponsorship. It is nuts.
We can do it.
Get it done.
We will. Do you have your Google AdWords set up on your website?
Do I have my Google what?
Your AdWords, your free $10,000 Google AdWords set up?
No.
I'm going to do this for you. So Google will give nonprofits $10,000 on free Google advertising that you can target individuals a month as a nonprofit. That's something we can certainly do for you.
That would be great, because the new volunteer that I got that I was telling you how he was really great, was doing this. He actually mentioned that to me, and then all of a sudden he was gone, but he did have a personal tragedy back in Florida. Again, he was telling me about it, and I'm like, oh my God.
I brought in somebody, she's named Lauren, and she's worked with a lot of rescues and has an extensive background in PR and marketing and has done Google AdWords and has a connection there.
Great.
We can set that up I might have to charge you a little bit of money, but it'll be well worth it, be able to manage it. It's like at cost of what it would be for us. We're not going to make any money off of you. It'll be like $350 a month, but you get $10,000 in free advertising a month.
Well, we've got to be able to part with that $350 a month. That's the thing.
It's the opportunity cost, 100%, right? But because we will be able to reach a larger audience and to be able to do that.
That's $350 divided by 30 times 50 pounds. Can you imagine how much? What if I don't have that $350? And that means I got X amount of dogs are going to go hungry. And I know you. I truly get it. I cannot not feed the dog.
Right. That's not an option. Right. That's not an option.
I got my van sitting outside, my transport van, and I'm too scared to look on the website to see, on the insurance website, to see if I'm due this month. I can't drive it without insurance, right? So I fully understand. It's just hard. It's so hard.
So I'm working on something else. We're gonna be able to start offering. We're in the beginning phase. I don't want to put the cart before the horse here. I won't use that again. But ideally, what we're going to have in 3-4 months is that we're going to be selling pet products on our site, and we're going to be getting them through the manufacturer. And let's say our margins are 30 to 40% from retail price. I can probably, like, I don't know what it would be like, but I can get like the nonprofits a cheaper amount where they pay 20% on the retail or something like that to find, and then that would help you to be able to find money elsewhere to do other things that you can
absolutely
should cost 20%, because I would like to be able to do something like that. I think that would be awesome.
So it'll be like companies, like it's like a drop shipment thing to how does it get to the rescue?
So we're looking at either having a drop ship ability, or there's a distributor in Northern California. Actually, I'm having a meeting with either later this week or next. I'm not sure when we put it up, but I brought somebody in who basically works as the middleman between the distributors and the end clients, right? For pet stores.
Because I have CBD, and I will give you guys the bestest price, absolutely, to get the product out there. That's an actual real product.
I know. We need to put you up on our site. I need your information to be able to do that. We can list you up
I don't know.
there.
You have to be more clear about. Otherwise, you're going to get 4 hours worth of me just talking and information you don't really want. Because honestly, I want to say this: when it comes to the products, make sure that those products actually work, because if they don't work, then it's not going to help the rescues. And because, for example, there are products out there on the Cuddly website which do not work, and I know they charge ridiculous amounts of money for it. They have people the donors to sign up into the wish basket, basically, so the rescue can use that amount of money to buy some products.
Yeah.
Why the hell do we want to buy products that do not work, of no use? Who needs a stuffed toy that every dog on the face of the planet can tear up and choke on and end up with $10,000 intestinal abdominal surgery bill? Who needs flea and tick treatment that does not work? Be careful about the products that you get. Because that will really make a difference to the rescues as to
we're going to go with like Kong and other top line manufacturers in the space, so we should have access to a lot of them. But I agree, right? Like Cuddly has tons of crap out there that just sucks.
Well, it's just like Armor flea and tick treatment, for example, right? People buy that. I'm sure my neighbor probably buys that, but it's such a weak product that in Tijuana, do you know that the rescues that's getting shoved on, they are trying to give it away. So it's like that sort of a thing that's useless. That's useless, wasted money. Every penny matters. And I'm so happy you guys are going to be honest and realistic in what you're going to do with that program of us being able to buy products through you guys, where it's going to cost us less, even a little bit less is better than full price. And then what we're doing right now is we're actually having to spend more money, like sometimes 2 times the amount of money for something than we would if we were able to get that $25 and go down the Petco and buy that dewormer instead of paying $60 for it. But we should use the money because it's in the bank, their bank.
We have a few more minutes. I got to wrap up here.
All right, hurry up. You take too long.
I know. I talk a lot. I know.